way our guys played against Boston College. Thought that was a really good win for our team. We probably played our best 15, 16 minutes of the season in the first half of that game. And then I thought we really made a lot of plays down the stretch to win, whether it was obviously the 6 free throws at the end, but also we just had a lot of winning plays, especially on the offensive end. And I thought Dante was great. And so that was a great road win. And now we're going to play a very talented Louisville team. David's done a good job with the group. They're off to a good start. Exceptional length in the front court. One of the best shot blocking teams in our league, really in the country. Experienced guards. Snyder and Adele are very talented players, and obviously those guys are used to winning. So, playing very similarly to how they played under Coach Pitino, and they look very comfortable and are playing pretty well.
Dante Grantham looked like he might have hurt his hand. Is he okay?
Yeah, he had a floor burn. I think it's bothering him just because it's in kind of a tough spot. But he's fine. Obviously, he'll have to tape it up and he'll be okay. But obviously, he was going for a loose ball and lost some skin. So hopefully it won't bother him too much.
You look at this as, despite all the upheaval and uncertainty surrounding the program, this is still Louisville basketball.
Yeah, they still have great players. I know one guy isn't playing with them this year that they recruited, but they've got all those guys back from a lot of winning teams. And Snyder and Adele and the big guys inside, Spalding and Mahmoud, those guys were all there last year, and they handled us pretty well. So they've got very good players. They're playing very similarly. I think their staff has done a great job of, kind of keeping the noise away from their team, and their kids, just want to play. And again, I think they're playing good basketball. They're off to a good start, and they'll come in here and be as big as anybody we'll see in our league, maybe except for Duke.
Snyder's a guy that can shoot, he can distribute, he can play defense.
Yep.
How tough is he to?
He's a very good guard. He's a guy that does a little bit of everything for him. He can beat you off the bounce and certainly get in the lane, plays the game with good poise, understands their system really well, obviously can make threes, and he's experienced. He's just a guy that's been through the wars of the league, and, we're all lucky when we have an older player like that who's got the ball a lot, and they put the ball in his hands in a lot of different ways. They do a good job of moving him around and getting the ball back to him and putting him in ball screens and handoffs and a lot of actions that are difficult to guard.
Coach, at ACC Media Day, Dante said that he was aiming for that 50, 40, 80 club. And looking at his stats from years past, it seems like he needed to take a big jump. But so far, that's exactly what he's done. So where have you seen that switch with him?
I think some of it's just the natural shift in position that's opened some space around the basket and has allowed him to get a few more easy baskets, whether that's in the half court, driving the ball, whether it's back cutting, whether it's in transition. We don't have as many guys around the rim. When he was the 3-man per se, we had 2 guys around the rim more, and now there's really just Eli down there, and when he makes a play down there, there's a little more space for him. And so I think some of it's just that. I think some of it is, he's made a conscientious decision to be more aggressive this year and drive the ball and get into the paint and make more plays. And I think that's been good for him. And obviously he's playing at a very high level.
Does this game shape up? I know Louisville's not in the top 25, but they're right there on the cusp.
Yeah.
Is this kind of an opportunity to say, hey, we're in the top 25 and we belong here?
We don't really worry about any of that. It's fine. That was a heck of a win up at Boston College when we were in the top 25. So those guys have beaten good teams up there already, and they're going to beat more. And so I don't think any one game or any of that, where we are in the standings, what our rankings are, none of that matters in January. I mean, it's nice that we are ranked. It's nice that our guys are getting a little more publicity and recognized for their hard work. But we just know this is a very difficult game against a very talented Louisville team that we know we have to play extremely well to win.
What's been the key difference here in the 9-game winning streak?
I think poise in some ways in preparation, probably. I think our guys have been extremely focused in preparation and for games. I think we've done a good job of, we have an older team, so we have some guys where we can make some adjustments, and our guys have responded to that, whether it's making an adjustment, because we're playing somebody stylistically that's different. We don't play the same all the time and having the flexibility to do that, or whether it's within a game, making some adjustments at halftime or in timeouts, and our guys being able to make adjustments on the fly because we are older, and they've bought into that a lot, and I think that's been good. But then at the end of the day, I also think it's just the poise to make big plays when big plays need to be made. Whether it's down in Florida at the end of a game down there, or whether it's late against Boston College when they're making a run and we have to make offensive plays to continue to win. And I think our guys have done a good job of just withstanding some runs by other teams and playing with poise and finishing games.
The more of these close games you win, can you kind of sense the confidence growing from the guys at the end of the game?
Yeah, I think that helps a little bit. We've done that a few times, and sometimes things just happen. I think we were a little snake bit last year. There were some times that some things just didn't go our way. Sometimes they were our fault. Other times, it was just some tough luck. You miss a shot or miss a free throw or something like that. That the hardest part about basketball is a guy makes a shot and you lose, and everybody thinks your players are no good, your coaches are no good, your team's no good. The guy takes the same shot and misses it, and then you're smart. Your players are great. It was an unbelievable plan. Like all these things went, and so there's a little overreaction. In that's why I've been a little defensive of our team last year, because I don't think we were a bad team. We won a lot of games in the non-conference. We were extremely close in the best league in college basketball. We weren't good enough last year, but we weren't a bad team. We were a good team that had some bad breaks. Hopefully this year we get a few of those breaks. Hopefully we make a few more of those plays. And I do think that, when you have some good things happen to you and you make some plays, sometimes that does help your confidence, and that continues. And hopefully we're optimistic that that'll continue for us this year.